It all started 2 days before Christmas when two masked gunmen shot and killed the 29-year-old Clouser during a botched robbery attempt here at Effie's Pizza Villa. Police arrest someone from right here in their own neighborhood, 18-year-old Melvin Ortiz, and charge him with the murder.
I didn't even know what I was doing on that day. So Shannon had a old newspaper, and she looked at the date. She was like, "Yo, that's Isaiah's party."
I was hosting my son's second birthday. He was there. He actually stayed after the party because he liked my cousin and he was trying to talk to my cousin.
Nobody would leave a party to go commit a crime on the other side of town and then come back. It's impossible. How can you have 20 people, a whole room full of people, saying that you were there, a place that's 20 minutes away from where the crime was committed?
Okay, I got alibis, I got people, so this is a misunderstanding that can easily be fixed.
You don't have nothing to hide, so just go in, talk to him, and you'll be right back out. That was the last time he came back out.
Hasta el policía que cuando entra en casa nos avisó de que este tigre jugaba sucio.
It was shocking because we were all so young. None of us were exemplary children, but God, by all means, were none of us murderers.
I remember them saying it would be like finding a needle in a haystack. How do you go from a needle in a haystack to, hey, we got the guy? Reading is a very dangerous place to be.
If you Hispanic or different race, they look at you different. I wasn't allowed to go into the courthouse and nobody questioned me. So there I kind of pulled two and two together. I was like, there's something fishy going on here.
This is no mistaken identity, nothing like that. These are people who intentionally died.
You know, the bad guy in this situation is John Caltagirone. John Caltagirone coming forward and stating that Melvin had admitted to him that he had committed this crime.
I think there was like a $10,000 reward for a conviction. I mean, maybe John did it for that.
And the moment that I met John, I told him, this guy is not, you can't trust this guy. You got to be careful. He mentioned about the murder that happened, and then he said, Melvin should be careful. Afterwards, when we found out that it was John that was accusing him, it was just a shock.
My question is, how does he know so much about the crime? Was he there? Did he commit the crime?
People aren't going to be real forthcoming with information about this kid because of who his dad is.
It's Thomas Caltagirone. He's the longest standing Democratic Judiciary House member in Pennsylvania. So his job functions entail funneling money down from the Capitol into the sheriff's office, into the judge's office. The corruption really speaks for itself, with John being arrested several times, or at least is a witness in crimes, or has actually committed crimes but never charged.
We learned that he got a lot of breaks from the police department over the years. You know, that's the kind of stuff that we would have loved to have gotten in front of a jury. We filed motions in limine asking for all that kind of stuff, and the judge denied it.
The judge that oversaw Melvin's original trial also would work with Thomas Caltagirone to erase his son John Caltagirone's records. You have those three just come and kind of set the way for Melvin here to be convicted.
When you have a party of like 20 people, why do they only interview like 2?
Now the DA, he was a tough one. He would do whatever it takes to get the cases closed. Like, for him, I think he just wanted to lock everybody up. That guy, he was just a monster.
I wouldn't put anything past Mark Baldwin.
Melvin was essentially convicted solely based on hearsay, right? There's no physical evidence that ties him to the crime, no fingerprints, no DNA, no eyewitness, no nothing.
Well, the evidence, came down to a couple guys, and not real reputable guys. So it wasn't a complicated case.
One of the 3 witnesses is basically what you call a jailhouse snitch.
He was the quintessential jailhouse snitch, Dear prosecutor, if you help me, I'll help you. He confessed his crime to me, and I'm willing to testify. Now, he was a classic because he had done it so many times.
And then the other 2
Witnesses were John and his then girlfriend Tina.
Really did come down to John's testimony. So anything that cast, some doubt on that is big. And if she comes in and says, yeah, that's not what happened, and I lied, and he made me lie, that would be very big, I think.
I lied. I stuck up for John, which wasn't true. And I need to get my story out that Melvin had nothing to do with this crime and he should be set free.
Why did you testify on John's behalf?
Scared, fear, not just from him, from his father and his father's pool and people that he knew. I was about 15 at that time. I threw it in over the Bigman Street Bridge. I threw it over into the Schuylkill River. He threatened me that if it came out anyway or anything, that I would be coming after.
Something never happened to me. Let it be told that the Calder family should be one of the top people they look at, because I've been threatened so many times.
Yeah. So, George was a great guy. He gets me every time. Gets me every time. I even said to myself, I'll do my best not to cry. Not to cry. Because it's just sad. I really wish they would just find who did it and let Melvin out and get Effie the real closure that she needs, not the closure that she thinks she has.
Pero yo voy a seguir luchando por mi hijo hasta el último minuto. Yo lo que me quiero morir, cuando yo muera, yo lo quiero ver aquí, antes de morir.
My conscience and my heart is clean. After all this, I want to find peace in my heart, peace in my mind, and be with my wife, make her happy. Make my parents happy. That even after all this, I can still do something with my life. It's scary because if this can happen to anybody, just grab a couple people. Hey, listen. Just say this, and I'm going to give you this.
Thank you for using Securus. Goodbye.
This ain't the block you want to spin. I advise you. Don't be shot with your friends. I advise you. Leave that tough shit alone. Cause New York niggas are the craziest. I advise you. This ain't the block you wanna spin. I advise you. Don't get shot with your friends. I advise you. Leave that tough shit alone. Cause New York niggas are the craziest. Must I remind you? In New York ain't nowhere to go. I'ma find you. On sight, I'm letting it go. Here we go. Here we go. Spotlight, hottest nigga in the city. First glance, I remind you of Biggie. Just came from the jeweler, I dropped 350. I used to go half with my man on the Glocky. See Poppy or the 30. Hit you either way, clean or dirty. I don't know him, I'ma ask him who you with, like Bernie. New York body bag, no, not the lollygags. Pinky ring full of stones, shoebox full of chrome. What block you from? Who you know, nigga? What money you got? Where your hoes, nigga? Catching while he parking the Beamer. Shots through his window, all you saw was his sneakers. All that bullshit you talking, man, that should be illegal. Nigga, if I get caught, they gon' give me the needle. I advise you, this ain't the block you wanna spin. I advise you, don't get shot up with your friends. I advise you, leave that tough shit alone. Cause New York.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Joe Chapo back in the building. Another edition of If They Only Knew. As always, we got Main Light out in the Bronx. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's good, everybody? Y'all want to shout out to all my eye topics, man. We appreciate the love, man. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.
And put the alerts on so you know when we drop a video.
Yes, yes.
But anyway, today we got something a little different. We got 3 special guests that came on to well, actually, I'm not even gonna introduce, whichever direction you want to start. Just introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about yourself and where you guys from.
We're 3 university students. We're part of a class that's trying to exonerate an innocent man. My name is Mary.
I'm Francesca. I'm Morgan.
We're all seniors. We're graduating next month. But for the past semester, we've been reinvestigating a case of a wrongful conviction for a man named Melvin Ortiz, who has served 23 years and was sentenced to life without parole when he was 19 years old for a crime that happened when he was 17.
Wow. Okay. And
yeah, so it's been super interesting reinvestigating this case because we're really doing it from the ground up. And what we noticed is that the original police investigators, they really dropped the ball, which is clearly a trend in so many botched investigations that we've seen. And so we've been traveling to Reading, Pennsylvania, and just really getting a better understanding of what went wrong. And it's just so eye-opening because it's clearly just an awful combination of so many things and a flawed system that led to it.
Yeah, I think something that's been particularly interesting about this case is, we've been doing a complete reinvestigation. So that's looking through all the trial and appeal documents that have accumulated over the course of the past 23 years, reinvestigating key witnesses, in touch with Melvin, in touch with all his close family members, doing our best to reach out to new witnesses or just contacts from Melvin from his childhood, in addition to people he's met in prison, a wide variety of things, in addition to handling with his own legal counsel and other law enforcement in the Reading area. But what's so interesting about his case is that it's very intertwined with the political corruption that's very prevalent in Reading, Pennsylvania. So having to navigate that just adds a whole other layer to this reinvestigation.
So let's take it back a little bit. How did you guys pick this particular case out of any case you could have went with? What stood out on this case in particular?
For me, Melvin just reminded me a lot of my brother. It felt like it was something that could happen to him, that could happen to anyone I love, especially because he's a Hispanic man and he was targeted as a Hispanic man. So that it felt a little bit personal to me in that respect. And just the element of political corruption, like Morgan said, it just really added a whole other element that I personally don't see very often in wrongful convictions, because in this particular case, really powerful politicians had a direct hand in Melvin's conviction. So
was that something you discovered right out the gate, or is it something that came up down the line?
It was right from the start, right from the get-go. Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me a little bit about the details of his case and what kind of actually landed him in prison or put him in the situation that they thought he was the actual person?
Yeah, so when we talk about the political corruption in this case, it's very interesting because a very prominent politician from Pennsylvania, the longest standing Democratic state representative, his son was the star witness in this case who said, Melvin confessed to me. And it was just so appalling because this guy was given so much weight with the prosecutors and clearly had some kind of relationship with the police. And so as we've been digging through police records, it's not the first time this happened. We see so many points where this man has had a run-in with the police and something happens to get the story's rewritten. He's a victim, he's a witness. And unfortunately, in this case, it put a man behind bars. And it's just so appalling because he's living scot-free right now, and no consequences. Meanwhile, Melvin has been in prison for 23 years.
Well, was he offered some sort of immunity for his testimony, or?
There was a reward advertised in the paper, and it's very interesting because his testimony came 23 days after the crime, and his testimony was in response to the reward 2 days after it was published. And so you have all these people flocking to the police saying they have some kind of insight on the crime, but for some reason, this one guy is given weight. You know, he wasn't the only one it came, but he was the only one that was taken seriously.
That's crazy.
How long have y'all been working on his case for? How many years?
No, since January. January. Yeah.
What have been some of the challenges of working on this case?
Well, I mean, like Francesca mentioned, the political corruption is so intertwined in this that at first when we started making phone calls to people, they were helpful, but then there came a point when we started asking real questions that people just started blocking our numbers, started closing the doors on us, started refusing our calls or telling us straight lies about their involvement or their knowledge. And so we've come to a point where we have to physically go to people's houses to interview them, to ask them what they know. And even that has an element of danger just because you never know, people don't always like to just be randomly approached in their house. But it's a risk we have to take because it's bigger than us. It's a man's life and it's his freedom. And if going to someone's house, knocking on their door is what will get him out, then that's what we have to do. Yeah.
So I know I'm kind of bouncing back and forth, but tell me what is it like reaching out to him for the first time?
I mean, I think that's what also, like, going back to what Ismarie said, that's been one of the biggest complications for us too, because as a result of COVID, we're not able to visit Melvin in person. We weren't able up until a couple weeks ago. Ismarie managed to actually get on a video call with him because managed to travel to Florida to meet up with his fiance who lives in Florida and does have video camera access. So up until a couple weeks ago, we hadn't even seen his face on a screen. And it also even took about almost a month to even get on a phone call with him as well. So we now talk to him as much as we can, but obviously that's limited based on the prison's requirements and regulations. But talking to him is always incredibly powerful and reminds us why we are doing the work we're doing. He could not be more grateful. His family members have been so welcoming to us, now consider us their family. And we couldn't be more grateful for their support. And every time we speak to them and are in constant contact with most of his family members via text or call every single day. And just talking to them just reminds us why we are doing what we're doing and keeps us motivated.
So the initial point of contact was just via mail?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was his response? Like, what was that that initial letter coming back to you guys?
I would think he was emotional. I don't know. He was really moved by just the chance to get his story out, or like to have someone listen. He kept repeating that he's been waiting for this for 23 years. And that, getting his story out there is what matters most to him. I mean, he could have taken a plea deal. He could have been out by now, but he doesn't want to be guilty and free. He wants to be recognized as innocent.
Yeah, he's never wavered on his innocence for the past 23 years. And as Ismarie said, all he reiterates is just how he's been waiting just to have his voice heard, have someone to listen to his story. So to have us on the outside, have our social media platforms and having our story heard by as many people as possible is really all he could ask for. And he's very grateful.
So his case was never heard by the appeal court yet, as of now?
No, he's been down 23 years.
No, but like, did he ever file an appeal before? Like, have you ever been appealing and stuff like that before?
Yeah, so he's in the appeals process right now to get this like kind of new evidence put in front of a judge and put in front of a jury, because one of the key witnesses who corroborated the politician's son's story. She recanted her testimony and actually inculpated herself in the crime, saying that she threw out all of this evidence, a mask, a gun, that the politician's son had given her to throw out. And so for some reason, this is not enough to get it reheard. And so that's what's just so frustrating about this case. It was like, to a normal person, it's like, that certainly changes things. I don't know how it doesn't. But when you are like trying to go through the legal process of like the appeals process, I mean, it's exhausting.
And this recantation, like, it's not that it just got to the court. The woman has been trying to recant her statement since 2005. Mm-hmm. And because every time she went to the police, the DA, they just never did anything about it until she got in contact with Melvin's lawyers in like 2009, 2010. And then they started trying to get it heard before a court, but because of technicality, being time barred, they kept denying it, I think, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth time. And it wasn't until he was resentenced in 2018, because it was a juvenile lifer, that it was considered like a new trial, that it wasn't time barred anymore. And that's when the judge heard it. And the judge said, I believe you, but I don't think this would change the verdict. And now it's appealed.
And also, our recent outreach has been trying to gain contact with the original jury pool. So I was actually on a phone call with one of the original jurors last week, and it was a very interesting discussion with him. Obviously, it was 23 years ago, so tough for them to recall specific details, but he even said this trial haunts him to this day. It was just a terrible trial to go through because it was just all hearsay. All of the witnesses had a lot of credibility issues, and he said going into the deliberation room, the jury was very split going into it. He said, interestingly, it was very split based on racial lines. And he said that, what was I going to say? What was most interesting is that he hadn't kept up with the case, and I told him about the recent recantation, that the judge had ruled that it wouldn't have changed the verdict. And he did not agree with that whatsoever. He still to this day was not 100% on Melvin's guilt, and agreed to sign a sworn statement saying that he felt the verdict of the trial would have changed had they heard this recantation.
And yet still, that's not enough. I mean, damn. So why do you think they're targeting him in particular? Why do you think they're trying to put everything on him in particular at anybody else?
That's the $1 million question. We still haven't figured out. We have our own theories because this kind of reads like high school drama. Honestly, Melvin was 17. The guy who said his name was kind of a friend, not really a friend. He like fooled around with his girlfriend, like, you know, it was kind of messy. We asked his family members, we asked his friends, why did John put this on Melvin? They think it's because Melvin was just vulnerable. Like, he was the youngest of his brothers, he was the baby of the family. He wasn't going to like come after anybody, you know, whereas his older brothers were stronger. They had more of a reputation of just being tougher. So, also, it's worth noting that because he was Hispanic, it's kind of easy to just put it on any Hispanic man. So I think also that's why Melvin was chosen.
So do you think they had something out for the family as a whole, and they were just like, any one of them we could pin it on? Or, I mean, as you were saying, you know, think just because his Hispanic, you know,
I think there was a community of young Hispanic men in the city, and they just chose from that pool. And I'm trying to think practically. I think the witness who said that Melvin did it, right? I think he had stronger connections to the Ortiz family, and so it was more credible that someone he lived near would confess to him rather than some other random Hispanic man.
That's crazy. So how to word this exactly. I don't want to say what are you guys looking for. Like, what help do you need in this case? Like what I mean, just out to the people, I mean, do you need, the word to get out for the jury pool or anything you need, just now's the time.
Yeah, so we just need exposure, honestly. We need to draw attention to this case and put pressure on the big players in the Pennsylvania judicial system, because so much of what went wrong is just this like corruption went unchecked, and that's why it was able to happen. And so in order to correct that, we just need to put a limelight on what's actually going on and gain as much support as we can. So that's why so much of our focus this semester has been developing social media campaigns. And actually today,
yeah, we launched our TikTok today. We wanted to see, because TikTok, you can go viral anytime.
Yeah.
And if we went viral or like we got some semblance of support, that would be amazing. Because right now we can't really bring any new evidence because the case is currently in appeal. So we're holding on to all of our secret weapons in case it does go to a new trial. And we'll be right there to defend Melvin with all of this new evidence. But right now, we think the judges who are reviewing his case are aware of what we're doing, and they're watching what we're doing, and they're watching us explain the story. So having this high pressure from the people, I mean, obviously it worked in the Chauvin trial. So we think it could work in this one too.
Awesome. So you can find us at Free Melvin Ortiz on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We recently launched our website, which is freemelvinortiz.org. And hopefully in the future, we're thinking about launching like an email campaign to prominent politicians in the Reading area. So the Attorney General, Lieutenant Governor, and others. So also look out for that.
Just in case, can you please spell out his name for the viewers, just in case?
Absolutely. So it's Free, Free, Melvin Ortiz, MELVINORTIZ.
And that's across all platforms. And if they have any information, anything that can help you gals, I keep saying guys, I'm sorry. Gals, I don't know. I don't use gals in my vocabulary. Ladies. And again, we appreciate you coming on, and hopefully we could get this message out to help, in any way possible, even if it's a little way. Any information you want me to share, just send it to me. I'll put it in the description. Is there anything else you want to put out there? Anything else you're working on? Anything?
Not the only detail that I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if we mentioned the fact that he has 19 alibi witnesses.
Oh yeah,
I think that's an important point to bring up.
Yeah. Whoa.
So the night it happened the crime happened December 23rd, 1997, and Melvin was with his two other brothers, in addition to a variety of other friends and other kind of acquaintances. 90 people attended a toddler's birthday party. It was their friend's second-year-old son's birthday. And during the complete duration of when the crime took place, 20-minute car drive from the location of the crime.
Wow.
Logistically, it doesn't make any sense.
We did the drive ourselves, and it's impossible.
And that's still not enough.
No.
I just had a quick question. Do he have a lawyer for this appeal process? Is there like a legal way or whatever helping them with this appeal case? That's how that works for him.
Yeah, so Melvin does have a great lawyer for his appeal process. But if the judges right now decide that he needs a new trial, we would have to find a new trial attorney to take him to trial, because this attorney doesn't do that. And we're actually trying to launch a fund for Melvin's family, because they've been like over $80,000 in debt. His dad is 78 years old, and he still works 6 days a week because he can't afford to not work, because he has so many debts and loans. And so we're trying to help them that way. And we're also trying to gain the attention of some pro bono attorneys should we need to go to a new trial.
Yeah, that's why I asked that. I wanted, when people look at this, I want to also, he might need help in that department too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there any other help that you guys, gals, ladies, need? Any other help? Anything else? Anything?
Just getting the word out.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for everything that you do to support the incarcerated.
No problem. I mean, that's the least we could do. Jermaine?
Yeah. So we try to end this interviews with like a positive message, to anybody that needs any help. Like, what would your message be to them? Like, what would you tell a viewer today if they need help with anything, or like just in general?
I would say, and I don't want to speak for everybody, but if you work really hard, I think you can do anything. I mean, we're just a bunch of 20-year-olds who decided to take this man's case and hopefully free him. We have no legal experience. We have no social media professional experience. We're learning everything on the go. And I think we've been doing a pretty good job. I mean, we're here.
Yeah.
So you can really do anything if you really set your heart to it. And something that Melvin always says every time we speak with him is, no matter what, the truth will always prevail. So having faith in that, I think, always helps.
Awesome. So, again, if there's anything we could do, anything else we could do, just reach out to us, let us know. Anything you want us to add in the description, any links, anything, just reach out. The door is open, okay?
Thank you so much.
Hopefully everything will work out for the best.
Yes.
All right.
He's definitely my
safe
friend.
out there, and if they only knew. Yeah, have a good one. Bye.
Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, it's a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back.
never heard of an icon?
Nah, man.
If they only knew?
I haven't.
Come on, man. Joe Chapo.
Man, let me see.
Right on the hill.
Mo Gucci.
Yeah, the one from the Bronx. Right? Man, that's true to the street.
For real. Man, let me see this shit. Yo, I see that shit. Oh, shit.
New York till they die.
What?
Repping every day.
Yeah?
Oh, come on, man.
Man, let me see that.
I'll talk you watch. Coming in hot from the beers to the block. We got Joe Chapo a lot on the hill. You know the drill. Hit the like button. You know the deal. Yeah, we the truth of the streets. If they only knew. We the truth of the streets. If they only knew. We the truth of the streets. We the truth of the streets. We the truth of the streets.
Yo, what's good? Is your boy Lion the Hill with another special edition of If They Only Knew. This is a special one. It's not gonna be a long live, y'all, because we got somebody tapped in, from behind the wall. This is something special. Actually I don't know. This is my first time meeting the gentleman. But he needs our support, man. Whenever somebody's innocent, man, and that shouldn't be in there, man, we definitely need to get these brothers out, man. So with further ado, I actually got him on a call. I'm actually gonna have him introduce himself and like where he's from, and then we take it from there. Go ahead, my brother.
Okay, my name is Horace Hampton. I'm from Manhattan. I've been locked up for 18 years on a wrongly conviction charge, and I'm fighting just to have my voice heard. Hopefully somebody could reach out to the district attorney in Manhattan and speak to him about my case.
All right. So I'm gonna call you Bugs. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, cool. So for the people that's listening, just kind of give like a brief detail of like your family, like if you got any, you know what I mean? Like just kind of give a little brief detail, just the summary or just circumstances around your case.
Yeah, I still have my mother around. I have a daughter that just gave me a grandchild 2 weeks ago. My first grandchild by her. I got a son that's 32 years old.
Wow.
He made me a grandfather. I got a goddaughter. My support from the streets is good. For somebody to have 18 years in, my support is very good, and I'm very thankful for that. They helping me, financially, mentally. About my case, so on that, I'm good.
Say less. So where is the case? Is it in like the appeals? Like, where's the status of this case?
Where did the case start? You said?
Yeah, like as far as like what work has been done so far is trying to like get you where you need to be, freedom. You know what I mean? Like, has there been any work done previously?
Recently I went to court. I went back to court 2 years ago when I put in a 440 motion, 440.10 on the actual innocent, but the judge denied my motion because she felt that my newly discovered evidence, which was a recanting witness, she didn't believe his story. Matter of fact, I want to read his statement over the phone to you.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, shoot it, brother.
This is the statement. He said, my name is Martin. My name is Matthew Martin. I was living in the projects at 2175 Fifth Avenue. My testimony is that I was home when all this was going on. I was upstairs in my apartment with my family. I came down to go to the store for my granddaughter. She needed some Pampers. So I went downstairs to the store to get a box of Pampers. I went to the liquor store first and got my E&J. So I went back upstairs to my apartment. So 2 days after, I get a call from the DA to come talk to him. He asked me, did I hear anything outside that night? I tell him no. He is mad at me because I haven't been giving him any information that what was going on in the project. He showed me a picture of Boogie. Then he said, do I know Boogie? I said, yes, for a long time. He tell me, is this the man that was doing the shooting out there that night? He pulls out some paper. He said, this is what you're going to say in this paper, that Boogie killed the man that night. And then he asked me, do Boogie be out there a lot? I said, no. He's going to tell me that my family is going down with me. He tell me I better do the right thing or take 25.5 years. He tell my girlfriend she wasn't going to get put out the projects, but he lied to her. She got put out anyway. And he told me whenever I go out there into the courtroom, just look at him and nobody else. That was his recanted statement that got me back in the courts. Now, well, I had other newly discovered evidence that got me back in the courts, which was a expert identification witness. Because I had an eyewitness that put me at the crime, which was him. But he just said he seen me there. But then you had another witness who said she seen me doing the shooting. So after my expert identification, read everything, written statements, trial statements, grand jury testimony, the expert identification witness explained to the judge her opinion after reading everything. This is a mistaken identification. Now, remind you, I also had the victim. Remind you, I got a murder and attempted murder. The surviving victim testified at trial that I didn't shoot him. He didn't see me that night. He didn't know me. He didn't see me. I wasn't the guy that shot me. They gave me 10 years just for that. There was another witness who called 911. She told him, she said, I seen a person shooting somebody, but if that's the person, if Horus Hampton is the person y'all saying shot the person, I can't say that because I never seen the person face who did the shooting. So, you know, and then there was another guy who was with the guy who got murdered. He testified at trial that I didn't kill his friend. He didn't see me that night. But, you know, I still was convicted.
Wow.
And then the witness who, how can I say it? The witness that put the gun, the only witness that put the gun in my hand, she received $31,000 from the DA office.
Wait.
They tried to say it was for relocation money, but she never was threatened. Ain't nobody even know who this female was.
Wow. So is these any individuals that you knew prior to this situation or whatever that happened?
Say that again?
So did you know like these people before this situation happened? Like, did you know them personally?
Listen, the guy that was murdered, I've never even spoke to him in my life. I don't even know him.
Right.
When they showed me his picture in the courtroom, like, I don't even know this guy. Right. Never spoke to him. Never had an issue. You know, and I told my lawyer, I said, I've never seen this guy. And our age difference, we got a big age gap. I was 35 years old. These guys are 17 years old. I think the deceased was 26 years old. Like, nah, I didn't know him, never seen him. And they never even brought up a motive. Like, why this happened, a reason, any relationship, was it over money? They just said, I killed him.
Yeah, because usually when situations like that occur, as far as like, somebody life being taken, usually most of the time, people know, they kind of know each other. Maybe they in passing, or maybe it was some money, so you know what I mean? So for them to just kind of just take random people, testimony, multiple people, and then some saying this, it just sounds really sideways, man.
And that's the thing about this I got one identification because, like I said, everybody else, the victim that survived, he said, I didn't shoot him. He said he didn't see me that night. The guy that was with the guy that got murdered, he testified at trial. He said, I don't know him. I don't know Horace Hampton. I never seen him. And that's not the person that shot and killed my friend. Now, like I said, the only witness that put a gun in my hand was a stranger identification. So that's why we had to call an expert, because an expert could explain to the jurors the science dealing with identification witness, especially a stranger identification, because everything happened in a matter of seconds. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And the expert was explaining, like, when she read everything, she said even when you read the witness written statement, she never gave a facial description. The reason why she never gave a facial description because she didn't have a face to put, to give a description.
Mm.
And one thing the United States Supreme Court say is a stranger identification is the worst identification. And it's been proven by DNA. We see all these guys as being released from prison for all types of crimes, and where a witness done got on the stand and said, yeah, that's the person that robbed me. Or a female, that's the female got on the stand and said, that's the person, yeah, that raped me. And here it is, DNA proved that this wasn't the person.
Mm. So,
and then later on, DNA found out it was somebody else who actually did it.
Mm. So let me ask you a question. So, before this, I'm just trying to get, I'm just trying to get the reasoning why, you know what I'm saying? Like, so did you have any priors, prior to this?
Yeah, I had drugs. I was convicted of drugs. I had 2 drug felonies.
Mm. The reason why I'm just saying that, because it kind of seems like, the old story is, an ex-felon, you know what I mean? It's kind of easier to kind of plant this. It's kind of more believable to the jury or to whoever that this is an ex-con and that it could be a slight chance. Do you think that kind of weighed into, the jury's decision to kind of convict you?
What happened, I'm glad you brought that up, because I had everything I wanted to say written down, and it's all over the place right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now this, and this is one of my issues when I went back to court. The DA kept playing the sympathy role. Like on his summation, he kept telling the jurors, that's the deceased mother right there. The conviction will mean a lot to her.
Mm.
No matter if you got the wrong person sitting in that seat who he's charging for these crimes, it don't matter. No matter that the evidence don't add up, but he's playing the sympathy role. What he did was he put a witness on the stand that wasn't even a witness at the crime. He put the guy that was murdered, Mr. Mitchell's, he put his girlfriend on the stand. And he asked, he was like, I know you wasn't at the scene, you was at work when all this happened, but tell me the things that you and Mr. Mitchell like to do.
Mm.
Oh, we go out to dinner, we walk in the park, we held the memorial for him, all his family was there, they played the sympathy role to the jurors, and then they brought a picture in. Now the picture had no relevancy to the crime whatsoever. It was a picture of him 2 years prior to him being murdered, with him sitting on the couch. He had a suit on, he had a dog in his lap, and they showed that picture to the jury. My lawyer objected. He was like, Your Honor, this don't have no relevancy to this case at all. But the judge was like, oh, I'm gonna let the jurors see it. Now, remind you, on summation, in deliberation, the jurors asked to see that picture. A picture that don't have nothing to do with, a picture that don't have nothing to do with no type of evidence at all. So obvious the sympathy role was what got me convicted. They also remind the jurors, remember when the witness broke down and cried on the stand. Tears ain't that's no evidence. But the sympathy role played, and that's what got me convicted. That's what got me convicted right there. And my lawyer kept objecting through the whole thing, but the judge was going with it.
That just sounds like that. It just takes me back to like the Central Park 5. I don't want to kind of give a comparison. I know it's like two different type of cases, man. But it's like the same thing. Like, just feel like they just coerce our brothers to just sit there and just lock us away, man. Just because we have priors, man. This sounds like a typical case of that right here, man.
Exactly. And one more thing I want to point out, and I brought this up because they violated my due process. They violated my constitutional rights. When I was at the lineup, and the witness testified that Miss Figueroa, who was the only eyewitness to put a gun in my hand, a stranger identification, she viewed me in a lineup 70-something days later after the murder. Now, when she viewed me, she testified at trial. She said, when I picked him out in the lineup, how I picked him out because he was the only one sitting down in the lineup while everybody else was standing up. So my lawyer, that the DA had asked her that question, and she answered that to the DA. So later on, my lawyer, when he was cross-examining her, because he wanted to see if she was going to say she made a mistake. He said, earlier, you said somebody was sitting down in a lineup and everybody else was standing up. Was that how the lineup was when you viewed it? She was like, yeah. And he was like, who was the only person sitting down? She was like, him, the defendant, Horace Hampton. And she also said the DA was standing there, the trial DA was standing there with her while she looked at this lineup like that.
It kind of sounds like the prosecution and the judge and everybody was kind of just like they all wanted the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I don't know if you and your team did some homework on them judges and them DAs, man, because it kind of seemed like this ain't the first rodeo that they kind of steamrolled somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because especially if you're telling me they pulling somebody who wasn't at the scene, kind of point things out to make it seem like they could create a scene, that just sounds crazy to me, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to the viewers, man, let's make sure, I'm gonna put there's also a change.org link that we're gonna put up. Let's please support that, man. Let's, you know what I mean? Let's share it. Let's share this live. You know what I'm saying? We can't be on too much longer. So I'm gonna let the brother kind of book to speak a little bit longer because he ain't got that much time. But go ahead, man. Say anything else you want to say, my brother.
Yeah, I would like for the people to go to change.org and sign the petition that I have up on there. They said if I get 2,500 signatures, they will give me the media attention that my case deserves. So far, we at 1,800. Go to change.org and put in Horus Hampton. And we're trying to reach that 2,500 mark. So far, we at 1,865. And I just need y'all support because my case need that media attention. And I want to read something to you. Because the judge, when she denied my motion 2 years ago, she said the only reason why she denied it was for the simple fact she don't believe the witness, the DA informant who recanted, he testified. He said the DA came to see him at Central Bookings and asked him and spoke to him without his lawyer being present. Now this trial DA, his name is Shellhammer. I have a newspaper article right here. I'm going to read it.
Go ahead, please, brother. Please, go ahead.
The lawyer name is Deshaun, a young black lawyer, Jamal Deshaun. It said Deshaun said he was surrounded, and this is also this is my trial judge that this happened in front of. Now it said Deshaun said he was surrounded by several court officers who attempted to wrestle him and handcuff him. He was slammed against the table with such force that the table leg broke. A court officer later claimed that he was hurt when the table broke. Records showed Deshaun's lawyer argued that he had an unblemished record and was a member of the bar in good standings and who had 2 children that was dependent upon him. It said Deshaun, proud Harlem resident, has been a young black lawyer hoping to defend his client's rights. Now he stood before a judge as a suspect. Now here it is, right here. More than a year ago, Jamal Deshaun was a lawyer whose only contact with the justice system was defending his client. It was during the course of defending one of his clients, Deshaun's world was turned completely upside down. Simply stated, the office of Manhattan District Attorney Robert Morgenthau was so desperate to obtain the cooperation of one of the defendants in an unrelated murder case. The assistant district attorney used underhanded tactics against him and his clients. Eventually, for standing up for his client's right, he was criminalized. Deshaun contends the Manhattan DA office didn't return a message seeking
You have 1 minute left.
Man.
It's all right. Listen, my brother. Listen, we're not gonna stop here, man. If you want, man, I'll try to tap in once a week. We do these lives to kind of give weekly updates, you know what I mean? I have no problem doing that, my brother. You know what I mean? I'll clear up my schedule. I'll do that once a week, and we're gonna reach more people, my brother. All right?
I appreciate that, man.
Nah, man, definitely. Nah, man, listen, no problem. Listen, I'm gonna connect with the brothers, and we definitely gonna link with this, my brother. Yo, listen, man, God bless you. Hold your head, man, and we here for you, my brother.
All right. Thank you. Peace.
Peace, peace.
All right.
All right. So listen, man. This is a brother that needs to be free, man. He's been locked away for 18 years, man. If you've seen the live, when you first posted into the live, that's a picture that he had with his daughter in his arm. And he just said on his live that same little girl that he had holding in his arm just made him a grandfather while he was in there. Like, we gotta get this man free. Please go to thechange.org. I'm after this live is done, I'm gonna put the description in the link. Please go and support him. He needs 2,500 signatures. They're 18 and change. We need about 700 more, and let's not stop at that, man. You know, like, you know, imagine if that was you, you know, and they always play, change.org. Definitely. If you could, his name is Horus Hampton. You know what I'm saying? Horus Hampton, change.org. Definitely, please, everybody go flood that. Let's share this live. You know, I'm not going to be on too long because this live was contained towards that. You know, we're going to be live later. But in the meantime, please, man.
Disconnected.
You know, please, like,
Connected.
you know, he's somebody that that I know through a friend. I never met him before. You know, maybe I did. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll get more into that. But he's going to be a weekly host. He's going to keep us updated on his case. You know, y'all can connect. You know, next time, you know, connect. You know, he only got 30 minutes, so we got to try to get in the information as we can. You know, while he's on the phone. You know, you can ask us for questions. Ask him. Anything how you can support, man. You know what I mean? Because it's just wrong, man. You know, we had many individuals. We had another individual before Melvin Ortiz, kind of in the same boat. You know, it only takes one person to change somebody's life, man. You know what I mean? But shout out to the brother Bugs. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Hampton, I appreciate you, man, for really tapping in, man. And God bless you, my brother. And God bless the peoples, man, that connected us to this, man. You know, hopefully we get them on, and maybe, it could be a little bit, we can expound on it more. But stay tuned. You know, this is what we're gonna be doing, man. We're trying to change people's lives. We're trying to help people, one person, one day at a time. It's your boy, Light on the Hill. If they only knew.
When I'm tired of it, when you see me there, we gon' see.
Out the mud, out the can, up the stairs, chopping gram, down the stairs, cops and vans. I'm on my block again, known to get it poppin' 10. Green light locking in, your baby mama hopping in. Former block, hugger block brothers. That cocaine'll burn your tongue like hot butter. My price, ha ha ha, I might stutter. I catch your bitch on a drunk night, I might fuck her. Then back on the road like white truckers. If they talking, don't believe them, they don't even got my right number. 2019, I was wearing greens, but I still had shit flipping like trampolines. I did a lot of shit. I'm done with doing shit and getting nothing out of it. I done got away with murder and I'm proud of it. If you catching feelings, then the shoes gotta fit.
Nigga, I gotta live. There's a bunch of money out here that I gotta get. If that look good, then I gotta hit. When you gon' stop seeing when I'm tired of it.
He say he be where the shooters be, I be where the shooters be. Trenches ain't nothing new to me, that's the best place to recruit for me. Sometimes I move with 20 men, sometimes it's only 2 or 3. He thought I was just talking, pulled up on him, had the fruit with me. I see clout chasing activists, phony politicians, crooked police, word, God is my witness. He say why it seem like the violence just won't stop, they pay attention. The system designed to work this way, crime pays, it's a business. I done seen the truth, turn the man whole life around. He saving lives, he grew, he used to just brag on his body count. If I love you, I'm gonna hold you accountable. My brother's keeper, ain't no time to waste. If it ain't about growth, you could count me out. Look, the people know it's real, the people know it's fake. Love will have you outlast all the phonies and outlast all the snakes. Feds be out here killing us, then making brothers catch the case. That's why we gotta stand on business, brothers, for our future's sake. You know. And we all we got is the Almighty, all praise the one body, one mind, one sound. Together we stand, divided we fall. Praise the Almighty. Yes, sir.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that
all the real shit used to happen, all the bagging up,
all
the fucking wrestling, the fucking fights, the arguments, the first time smoking weed and shit, just man, like everything from the fucking 6th floor to the roof, yo. Man, the roof, that shit is a whole nother story, yo.
Is there alarm? The alarm still on the roof? There's no more alarm. I could probably take you up there. Let me take you up there. This is Joe. It's Mike.
What up, man? What up? Chilling?
Yeah, baby.
Man, this is a trip, yo. This is a trip, man. When I left, you was like, shit, 10 maybe? Damn, yo. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Good?
Yeah, man, chilling.
Crazy shit on the 6th floor on the roof now and all that shit. I'm doing that.
If we could get up there, man. If we could get up there. That's the shit right there.
About to go up there, yeah, because you know he do a little like his little like he do a little YouTube joint. And he be having like videos, so he go back to like the hood, put stories. You know what I'm saying? Try to do something different.
Yeah. He gonna share. Make sure you share that information with him, yo.
Yeah, make sure you share that
out there, yo. We need to get it out there.
It's cool if you only know. It's so one story that makes you might not know. You know what I'm saying?
Message to dear iTalk fans.
Love is love. You know, that's the famous quote. Matter of fact, it's gonna be the name of my book, Love is Love, all right?
Yeah.
Love is love.
You better lock that shit down, yo. You better lock it down now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out today, yo.
Remember we used to free.
Yeah,
What up? Welcome back to another edition of If They Only Knew. Man, the crowd has spoken. The numbers have spoken. They wanted you back for that part 2, man. They were loving it and shit, people want to see the block, man. They want to see the building. They want to see
hold on, I got you. Hold on. So I'm not.
Hold on. Let's introduce you. Let's get you back on.
But listen, man,
those people that was under a rock last week and shit, introduce yourself.
Listen, for first time people that's listening, second time, whatever, Maine, aka GL, aka Gangsta Light. You know what I mean? Hilltop Mob.
There you go.
6. You know what's funny? On Saturday, I played 226 straight, nigga. That shit came out in the numbers, nigga.
Yo, why went to the hotel and shit, yo? I was in Florida and shit, yo. I was staying right next door to 226, yo.
Wow.
Every time I came out, I looked, it was 226. I stayed at 228.
I'm actually gonna show you because we're not in front of the building no more. I'm kind of gonna show you. So this right here, you know what I mean?
Man, that's the parking lots?
This is the parking lot. This is the first parking lot. At the top.
Oh my God.
I'm saying, like, nobody, that shit is bushed up. And then right here, you got the old folks home. You know what I'm saying? You got the second parking lot right here.
Why the old folks home look so fucking big and shit, yo?
Yeah, I know, man. You know what I'm saying? So right now,
they gated that shit up, man. They don't even let people use it.
Listen, so right now, man, we walking towards Cedric right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We used to sit right here, chill out.
Oh, hold on. We got to pause a little bit, yo. We got to pause a little bit. Pan back around. Turn back towards the block, yo. All right, so back history, yo. This fucking parking lot right here, this second parking lot right by the red wall. Man, you know how much shit we used to do in this parking lot? I used to be our baseball field, our fucking training camps. Man, we jumped and climbed all these walls.
You know what I mean?
My ankle on that wall. Man, this shit was life for us, man. That top parking lot above the red wall, that shit was like the sand lot for us, yo. Every time we hit over that shit, we had to fucking dodge to fucking kill a dog up there.
Come on, dude. All the rain out here? Oh, fuck. Shit. Yeah, we actually, we was going to take it a little step further. You know what I'm saying? We actually walking down Cedric here. You know what I'm saying? God. You know, it's the hood right here, man. It's how we do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Folks, so man, we played all behind that motherfucker, harassing them old people and
all
shit.
And go all day, nigga.
This shit was on the news, yo. Everything.
Nigga, look at the little island, the little shit in the middle of the street.
What the fuck?
Some of the only shit on the track. You know what I mean?
The haunted house still there?
Huh?
The haunted house?
Where?
Across the street.
Nah, that ain't a haunted house, nigga. That's buildings.
Oh,
nigga.
They knocked it down?
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. That's buildings, nigga. Yeah, nigga. With the wonder, nigga, with the white Wonder Bread.
Wow.
It's a lot of footage right here, man. It's even raining.
Live from the BX, Tremont Ave.
It's a Tremont, man.
Man, we used to roll down this hill 1,000,000 miles an hour on our bikes, scooters, skateboards.
All day. Yo, you remember right here?
The hill.
Yo, you remember right here when it used to snow and we used to slide down this shit?
That boom, right there, shit, right off the cliff.
Yeah.
But did they shorten that?
Yeah, nigga.
Damn.
Nigga, wait. Yeah, we're gonna go to the 18 bus stop right here because it's raining.
Got the bus stop.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You got zoom to the stairs too, yo, to Roberto.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, they even changed the stairs down there for Bro Clemente.
Damn, I see Nadia's building is still there.
Nigga, I'm taking you, let me see. There's the old folks home right here.
Oh man, yo. Show the infamous steps, yo.
Yeah, I got you right now. I'm about to show you the steps right now.
Now that shit when it snowed was the shit, yo. Man, oh, they made damn. You know how many fucking windows we busted over here, these houses? How many times we done cut through these fucking bushes and got cut up from the thorns and shit, yo?
Yo, you know
those steps?
Yo, you know how many times nigga had to run up and down these stairs from police, man?
Yeah, man. And then that shit used to freeze up. And we used to ride down that shit on the fucking boxes and stop before we go out into the street.
Yo, you remember they had the thorns and all that shit? Hell and the old folks, nigga, they took all that shit out. Nigga, that shit's fenced up, nigga.
Damn, yo, this is crazy, yo. Yo, they fucked it up, yo. That shit look whack now, yo.
Oh, well, matter of fact, hey, why don't you ask him that story? Hold on, do you want to ask you something?
Oh, shit.
Hold on. Yo, Joe.
What up, man?
Remember running
First
away?
off, put your mask on, yo. Oh shit! All right, well, you got it on. Yeah.
We was running down the stairs from Tremaine, and he threw a long branch. That shit caught you in the back.
Yo, that was right before we went to Coney Island and shit, yo. He caught me in the fucking elbow. I still got the scars for that shit, man. This
For
motherfucker
real?
threw a whole big
we
ass
was running, my
fucking
nigga threw a
branch
piece
from the
of
steps. Hit
tree,
me dead in the arm. Boom.
He caught Joe in the back.
Nah, he caught me in the arm, yo. The back of my fucking arm.
Yo, it was good though.
You know, I gotta show that.
Tell me all the time. You
Gotta show that Bronx. But yo, pan down to the bottom of the steps, yo. So you can see the distance we used to ride down on the fucking cardboard, yo.
Oh, the stairs?
Yeah. That shit used to all fucking freeze up and shit, yo. Look at that shit, is some deadly shit right there. Yo, we had some death wishes, man. That whole shit used to freeze up. We used to ride down that shit on a cardboard from the top, full speed, and then try to stop before we go out in the middle of the street.
Look at this nigga. The
World of Leaves. Oh man, this shit is destroying my childhood.
Yeah, nigga.
Yo, you know how many times we broke those windows in that house, yo? You was there when dude came out with the shotgun?
Uh-huh.
And tried to creep up on us and shit?
Mm-hmm.
And it killed it, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. Remember the Jamaican lady?
Huh?
I know Jewel remember this. The Jamaican lady that used to live right there in the corner. You
Of
come
course,
all the
it's
way
in the
down the
house
block
right
to bother the dog. Yeah, man?
You talking about the house right there?
Yeah, yo, we used to harass the fuck out of her every time she used to come to park her car. We used to fuck with the dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yo, you chilling right here.
Yeah. Yo, me and my sister was debating, yo. What we used to call this shit, the dead end or the top of the steps?
The dead end, but we called it both though. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we could not come. I'm like, yo, I swear that shit was the dead end. She's like, nah, I think it was the steps.
It was both though. It depends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then the house over there, we used to get water. Remember when Shorty moved to that house? All of us was trying to get at her.
All the way down the block to the dog.
Yeah, man.
Remember that?
Yeah, hell yeah. We used to stand on the fence so the dogs don't bite us.
Thanks.
Man, yo. They fucked that shit up, man. Why the fuck they did that to the old folks? So they said, fuck the old people. They don't need to see trees and shit.
That's not even the old folks no more. Regular housing now. That's just regular housing now, man.
What the fuck?
That's just regular housing, man.
So that's why that shit look like that. They don't give a fuck about regular housing and shit.
Yeah, don't give a fuck about that shit.
Damn, it's raining and shit, yo. That's that live shit, live from the block, Tremont Avenue, showing all my childhood, man.
Raining all on the niggas' shoulders, man. You know
man, yo, I appreciate this. This is
know,
journalism.
Man.
This is
That's
journalism.
Right, it's the hood right here, man.
Man.
All right,
How about we bust down them steps? You remember we bust down the steps?
Nigga,
of Tower Cats?
Nigga. Of course, nigga. Of course.
That shit jammed up and shit, yo.
So listen, so I'm trying to debate on which story I wanted to tell. If I wanted to tell a story from like when I first came home from prison, or wanted to tell like a childhood story. Which one would you prefer?
All right, well, let me ask you this, yo. Do you want to do another video from when you first got locked up and shit, yo, and first time, everything down the line? We could do a whole.
I guess we could do that. Yeah, I guess we keep that like a different type of chapter.
We'll do that one because I want to ask you about that anyway. Childhood one, yo.
Childhood one. All right. So I'm gonna talk about one that you was there too. I don't know if you remember.
You remember Roberto Clemente?
That's what I was gonna talk about, nigga. That's what I was.
Yes, yo.
That's what I was gonna talk about. Well, anyway, for all y'all who's from the hood know about Roberto Clemente State Park. That's
Roberto Clemente, yo. That shit was our whole child, like, man, yo.
Nigga, we was fishing that shit. We stayed in that shit all day long. That shit was a fish tank, man.
And
you know what I'm saying?
For the people that don't know, it was right next to River Park Towers.
Yeah, yep, all day. You know what I mean? But anyway, so, you know, back in the days, you know, the pool, you know, it's a shut down 6 to 7 most of the time, right? So, you know, for us, that was pretty much it. So, you know, so we decided, you know what, we're going to make this pool 24/7. right?
Mind you, it was like what, like 10 of us and shit,
Yeah,
yo.
about 10 of us. You know, I can't even remember everybody that was there. It was
I
just
remember Mo and Lou and them cats was there, and shit, yo.
doing them, right? So, you know,
It was a mixed crew that day, yo.
you know, I was the kid that was a little chubby on the side. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't that athletic like all the rest of them, Joey and June and all of them.
That was my skinny days, yo.
They was over a little bit faster than me, even though I did beat them a few times in racing, but that's here and there, you know what I mean? But
I was slim as fuck back then and shit, yo. I was very agile and shit.
But anyway, so I forgot who was the first ones over the fence. It might have been Lou. I forgot who it was.
So about going in or coming out?
Going in. Who was the
It
first
had to be
one
Lou and them cats, and then we all followed. We all jumped over that shit.
too,
16
right?
feet. We was at the 16 feet pool, the diamond boards.
You wasn't there though, nigga. You can't. You don't got no say in this, nigga. You don't got no say. You wasn't there.
That motherfucker's there in spirit.
Yo. So anyway, so if anybody knows Broken State Park, they know that there's a fence around the pool. Like, you know, it's a piece of fence. You know, you only need barbed wire. The fence is so high, you could barely climb over that shit.
It's like that black metal fence that was in front of the parking lot.
But us as kids, we found the way in the will to get over that fence.
Yeah. That shit was nothing.
Right? So anyway, so there's two different pools, with three pools in there. There's the baby pool, there's the regular 3.5 foot joint, right? And then there's the 16 feet. 16 feet, you know, you gotta be a little privileged to kind of stay in there. You know, a few of us was able to stay in the 16
with
feet
the diving boards and shit. Everybody had to get online, dive in, get out, and get back online, do it again and again.
None of that.
Not us though, not us.
But so anyway, so you know, we decided, you know, everybody liked the 16 feet late at night. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We gotta find the 16 feet late at night. You know what I'm saying? So you wanna go this way, back up? All right. You know what I'm saying? So we all climbed the fence. So we all climbed the fence, you know, sneakers on, everything. So we all take our sneakers off, everything, right? Clothes, anything, right? So, you know, so we all jumping in 16 feet. You know, I think
now doing dives and shit, yo, bugging the fuck out.
Your shit had to be like 88. This shit was a long time ago, yo. But I remember we always jumping in there, shit, you know, in the pool like that. So then somebody said, police. So you know, so at that time with Broken Mente, they got their own state troopers, their own police, right? So when niggas say police, I know. So when niggas say police, you know, niggas supposed to put on their sneakers, climb the fence, and get out of there. So mind you, it's like 10 of us. So you see mad niggas jumping out the water, putting on their sneakers and clothes and climbing the fence.
Yo, some motherfuckers didn't even put their sneakers on. Threw that shit over and just kept it moving and shit, yo.
You know, now me, you know, like I said, I wasn't that athletic. So I wasn't able to climb the fence without no sneakers on. So, you know,
you was the last cat in the water.
I was the last cat out the water. Y'all was panicking so much that when I grabbed my sneakers, instead of me putting on my sneakers, I threw my sneakers over the fence. Now, how the fuck I'm gonna climb the fence with no sneakers? Yo, so mind you, so when that happens, I'm like, oh shit, so I'm panicking. I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? So I think I do the smartest thing in the world, and I jump in the water.
Yo,
right?
we was dying and shit, yo.
And try to hide underneath the water like the police couldn't see me.
Hold on, so pause that right there. We from on the other side of the fence, we ran up the fucking steps and shit to the top where you can look down. And we like, yo, man. We like, yo, get the fuck out of there. I remember motherfuckers were like, yo, don't snitch. Man, don't snitch. Don't snitch it. Like, fuck that.
So when police came, I tried. So Run where at? So come on, let's just come on. So you know what I'm saying? So I tried to go on the bottom of the pool, thinking that police couldn't see me in the bottom of the
water. Under the
right?
water. Gotta hide under the clear water.
I'm trying to hold my breath as much as possible, fam. I'm trying to do whatever it takes not to come back up on the surface. Meanwhile, I see all the flashlights showing all up in the water, crossing themselves. I see them all in it, like, look at this stupid little ass kid.
This motherfucker think we don't see him.
Right? So I come up with the water, like, yo, just come out the fucking water, asshole. Right? So I come up out the water. Yo, they put the cuffs on me, right? So now they take me to this little like holding cell in the state. It's like almost like a YME pen. So I'm in there. So niggas asked me, yo, so who you with? I was like, yeah, you know what? I was with Mo, Larry, and Curly. Like, like, oh, you want to be an asshole, huh? I was like, I'll tell you what, let's see what happens once we call your mother. Yo, when I heard that, nigga, you know, Cookie put in major work.
Mom's didn't play. I went back to the block before she left, and I remember she came downstairs. Didn't she have the bat with her, yo?
Not the bat with her,
the
nigga.
Bat, yo, the infamous bat, yo.
Fam, she came down there to the towers, nigga. She got me on that shit, yo. I think she punched me in the face numerous times, all the way till we got to the building. Yo, she beat the shit out of me, fam.
Yo,
like
she didn't play, yo. She did not play, yo.
Yeah, Cookie, yo, Cookie.
I remember you coming up the block after that and shit. Y'all walking back up and shit.
Yeah, man.
Still dying laughing after that shit, yo.
Why the fucking niggas didn't wait for me, man?
Yo, there's no way in hell, yo. You try to hide under the fucking water, yo. And we was just dying laughing at this shit, yo. I seen every aspect of this shit. I seen when we got in, when you got caught, when your mom went to get you, and when your mom came back, yo. That shit had me crying, yo.
That shit was hilarious. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, to sit back and think about that shit fucking 30-something years ago, man, that shit was funny as hell, man.
Hell yeah, yo. Mom's was ride or die, yo. She was ride or die. I remember that bat didn't only come down for you, yo. She could have brought that bat down on a couple of motherfuckers and shit, yo.
Yo, it's funny, that same blue Yankee bat I was gonna knock Malcolm's fucking head off.
That shit got history, yo.
Yeah,
that shit got history, yo. You gotta frame that fucking bat, yo.
Yeah, man, word, right. I should have. I don't think I got that. That shit might still be in my mom's closet, man.
Yo, it's there, yo. You gotta get it, yo. You gotta find that shit, yo.
Yeah, but you know, but the ending of the story, huh? Yeah, man, you can't. Yo, the ending of the story was, like, I got my ass whooped, and I was on punishment. My mom took my Nintendo. Come on, we gonna go and the store shit. My mom took my Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Yo, damn.
Yo, when you get to the front of the building, can you pan up like around the block real quick so they can see, like up the block?
Yeah. I got you right now.
And down the block real quick. Yeah.
Nigga, ain't no dry spots around here, nigga.
People don't understand. Yo, they don't understand when we tell these stories how we was one building on a block holding it down against neighborhoods.
This right here is up on Popham. This is that park that been vacant for like 40 years, dude. Remember they built it up for like a quick year or two, and then
that's not where the park was, right?
Yeah, that's where the park right here next to the laundromat.
The kids' park.
Yeah.
Oh man, I helped build that motherfucker. That's when I met Man Koch and shit.
Yeah. We all had some dirt in that shit, nigga.
Damn, yo. I remember we used to play in there when it was just a broken down building.
Yeah, man, for real.
Sometimes we used to be able to cut to the back of our building from there.
For real.
I think June put us on to that little shortcut.
Mm-hmm. You know, June was the fucking, you know, nigga.
So that's the corner store, right? You get ready to come up on the corner store.
The laundromat right here.
Okay, that's where in one of my videos and shit, the best fight I ever seen when White Boy and Iz had to fight right there in front of everybody.
Yep. This right here is a salon now.
Oh shit, yeah.
They
painted the store blue.
That shit done changed to man shit. And then this right here is the corner store. This shit's wild different now. This shit ain't even the same no more.
What the fuck?
Are you getting something? Yeah, get something, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is in the store.
So it ain't the same owners no more?
I mean, it's just the top of the corner. Remember all the Jamaican speed right here?
I was just gonna ask you, they ain't there no more?
Huh?
They not hustling out there no more?
Nah, man. I don't know, man. You know, nah, niggas are old and shit, man.
I mean, you know, it was man, a whole fucking generation that grew up there. The next generation was supposed to take over. Them cats done watched us grow up, yo.
Yeah, I know. Nah, I know. Nah, I think no. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would walk to the ad, but it shit raining like crazy.
Nah. That's cool, yo. Yo, that corner right there, man, so much shit went down.
Yeah.
That shit with Kermit, yo.
You know how many
Everything, yo.
times when it rained like this, we had to stand on the corner and wait for it to stop raining, nigga? Just like this. Oh, you remember Crooked Street right there? We get the lean bays, nigga, the 25.
Hell yeah, yo. I just got a lean man the other day in Florida, yo.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, oh, shit. Flashback, yo. Jeannie and them used to live over there and shit, yo. That's the infamous hill we used to ride down fucking 10 deep on skateboards all the way to the bottom where y'all started the video. To those steps.
So now I'm walking back. Now I'm walking down the hill to the building. They got the scaffolding right here.
That's good.
You know what I'm
In
saying?
the rain and shit, yeah. So the daycare is still popping.
Yo, you remember that time?
The daycare's not there no more?
Huh?
The daycare's still open?
Well, it's more for senior citizens. That's it right there. You remember how he broke in there?
Yeah.
That's it. And the fucking mini school, remember?
Hell yeah, 109 too, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 109 mini school.
And them little grates and shit on the floor. You know how many times we done dropped our money in them fucking grates and shit? Lost shit up in those shits, man. If somebody went in there, man, ain't no telling what they'll get out of there, yo.
Yeah, you ain't lying, man. Word up, you ain't lying, man.
Drugs, jewelry.
Everything. Bullets, everything, nigga.
Hell yeah. Yo, remember motherfuckers, every time the cats on the corner used to get knocked and shit, his stash used to come up missing?
Yep. Yep. Hell yeah, man.
I remember Carl got busted doing that shit, yeah. Stealing his stash.
Hey, we used to ride the back of the fucking buses, nigga.
Yo, I was just talking about that shit the other day, yo. You remember when me, you, and June and shit, yo, on fucking Burnside had to jump off that shit?
Yeah, nigga. I think they're not falling, rolling and shit like that.
Man, all of us and shit, we had to let go one by one. It's like we glided in the fucking air and then fucking hit that ground in track. Like we was bugging, yo. We was bugging. How the fuck? All right, so for people that don't know, in New York, sometimes this shit, yo, if you ain't got a fare or you can't sneak on the bus or you just need to get somewhere, you'll hang on the back of the outside of the bus and shit, yo. You'll ride it like that when you stop, comes up, you jump off and shit, yo. So we was riding on that shit 3 deep on the corner. I think we see 5-0 at the bus stop and shit, yo. We had to jump off that motherfucker.
You remember Bobby from the floor?
Say who?
Damn, I can't turn the camera around quick enough. I was trying to show you Bobby from the 6th floor. He won already though. Remember him from 6? What was that? 6G, I think it was. Bobby, tall older cat.
Over by the steps and shit, y'all just can't put a face on him. Because F was right across the steps. He was in the corner, and then I gotta say, it's been a minute, yo.
Yeah.
Still there and shit, yo.
Yo. Yeah, man, but this shit is different now, man. Like it's not the same unity no more, man. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same, man.
We had a big conversation about that shit, man.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying?
We was like, nobody really left the foundation for us. And we really didn't leave no foundation for the next cats, to be honest and shit, yo. So we can't blame them.
Yep. No, facts, yo. Facts, man. Whole vibe, yo.
And that is now it's all ganged out and shit, yo. It ain't even about the fucking neighborhood no more. It's gang.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yep. Exactly, yo.
So that's a whole different factor and shit, yo. And then them little kids, the ones when we left, they were kids and shit. They grown men now.
All of them, man. It's crazy how to see them like that, yo.
Yeah. Every time you pop up, or when them pop up when you talking to me, man, that shit surprises the fuck out of me, yo.
Yeah, I know, yo. I know, man. Probably when I see them, man. Used to help their moms up the steps with their stroller, nigga, when they was babies.
Damn, yo. How we the OGs now, man? Y'all done got old on us, man. Y'all got old, man. I'm still the same. I still look.
Nigga, you nigga, stop acting like that.
June that, man. June want to get in on this.
June.
What up, June?
What up, man?
We was talking about the bus story and shit, hanging off the back of the bus.
Oh my God, Jermaine jumped off before the police pulled up.
Yo, we all had to jump off that shit, yo. He was the first one.
It was Burnside University.
Yep.
We stood on. Jermaine jumped off buses.
I didn't stay. Yo, hell no, I didn't stay on. I jumped off that motherfucker. You
Yo, the bus stopped. Jermaine jumped off, fell, and the bus stopped right there, and then we just got off.
Nah, hell nah, yo. You bugging, yo.
I don't like this camera.
I don't like this camera shit. Love is love, Joe. Love is love.
June camera shot right now.
Yeah. He must be all up in the video earlier and shit, yo.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to think of another, like.
Remember we used to ride down that hill and shit, yo, when it snowed?
Yeah, I did this shit on skateboard. I made it too.
Nah, remember when the street used to freeze up all the way down the hill? We used to get a bag or a cardboard and run
on the hill,
all the way down the fucking hill.
Yo, I'm gonna write you a story and you can read it out loud.
This motherfucker, yo. Good.
I'm gonna write you a story about everything I remember and you can read it out loud.
All right.
I don't like this camera shit.
All right. That's to dear iTalk fams.
Love is love. Love is love. You know, that's the famous quote. Matter of fact, that's gonna be the name of my book, Love is Love, all right?
Yeah.
Love is love.
You better lock that shit down, yo. You better lock it down now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out today, yo.
Remember we used to freeze up the little hill by the fucking liquor store and shit, yo? And watch people bust their ass?
Liquor store no more, nigga. That shit's a grocery store now.
Well, I know that is shit, yo.
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna try to get you right now.
I was telling